Hi everyone, welcome back to A Sky Full of Stars, Hikari's Route, episode 11. And in the last episode, we had a very exciting surprise event at Harbor Town with the Starlight Parade, and it was planned from the start, and they wanted to surprise everyone at Harbor Town. So Hikari playing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star on the recorder, and everyone else falling behind, and Akito being Harbor-kun. And I actually liked Takechi joining in with his rock band, and that, well, even though I play basketball, I'm on the basketball team, I'm also trying to be a guitarist. And I hope he's more successful than Masasugu from If My Heart Had Wings. So now that that's over and the big event, the true event, is about to come, let's see how it goes from here. So the next day, the Project Starlight is supposed to happen. So everyone turn off their lights to see the Geminid meteor shower. Okay, so Hikari's like, hey, don't do it. So for some reason, they're both sniffing each other. So Hikari tries to escape, but I held onto her as I sniffed at the back of her neck. Hey, you smell nice. So is that from the shampoo? Really? So as if in retaliation, Hikari grabs me and sniffs at my neck again. Hey, stop acting like a pervert. Nope. I want to smell. So I could move closer so that Hikari's nose would get tickled, but I was afraid that she'd shout out, "You stink," or something like that. Well, I don't think that's a big problem. I think that the bigger problem is that Hikari might beat up Akito for coming too close. For now, I try to get away. Well, if you want to smell me, then I can smell you too. So, is there a better way to interact so we're not animals? No, I like that. And somehow, we got into a scuffle and hit the desk, causing all my stuff to fall onto the floor. Uh-oh. Hey, so what are you doing? So Hikari grumbles as she picked up my things. So wait, what's this? Hikari picked up a box, too large for candy, that had fallen out of my bag. That's. So I hardly tried to take it back, but Hikari definitely avoided my grasp. Let me see it. Hikari probably had no idea what it is, so she read the instructions on the box. So her face slowly reds. I took the box of condoms from Hikari's frozen hand. It's not like that, okay? So I brought this here only as a precaution, not because I had any other ideas. Got it? Well, I wonder what precautions Akito needs. Because that just makes it more obvious to Hikari. Hey, don't look at me like that. Hey, this is a school, FYI. Hikari sighed as if she is completely and utterly shocked. So I turned, even red, then she did, and stuffed the box of condoms deep inside my bag. Well, I wasn't really going to do something, okay? So after the bath, I happened to see the box when I went to get my clothes, so I brought it along just in case. So Hikari moved away from me to stand by the window. Okay, it's gonna rain. So as Hikari looks through the pitch dark window at the rain outside, she sounded a little uneasy. Then behind her Still feeling super awkward about the condoms, I got out our beds ready. So if you want to sleep, go ahead. So I plan to stay up a while more for my online vigil, but Hikari is probably exhausted after her big day at the head of the parade. So what do you want? Sleep or stay up with me? There you go. So, yeah, a sleeping bag and a bunch of blankets lay on top of one another. Oh, so it'll be warmer in the sleeping bag, so you should take that one instead. So, where do you want to sleep? Here or here? So as I rolled out the sleeping bag, Hikari suddenly grabs me from behind. So what's up? Well, I want us to sleep. So looks like she was back to being sweet again. Hey, we can't both fit in one sleeping bag, so... So how about we go to the blankets, with us being together? Wait, so what did she mean by that? So was it an invitation? So I want to sleep and I want us to sleep. So Hikari yawns theatrically as she burrows into the blankets. So sleeping on her side, she faces her back to me. So I put the condoms in my pocket just in case and then went under the blanket too. Hikari? So lying right up against Hikari's back, I whisper in her ear, I love you, Hikari. So I felt the warmth of her body, but there's no response to my words. And even Hikari must have felt a little nervous. So Hikari... And she's already asleep. Okay, she's asleep. She must have been really tired. She was gone the moment she wrapped herself in those blankets. Well, I guess I should sleep too. So I bet sleeping beside Hikari would feel nice. And with that thought, I closed my eyes. So I'm pretty tired too, but maybe I'm nervous about tomorrow's event, or troubled by the wicked thoughts stuffed in my pocket because I didn't sleep at all. Okay, so what's going on now? So only the faint sound of mouse clicks could be heard in the dark room. And I'm staring blankly at the bright monitor. So all wrapped up in blankets, Hikari tossed and turned in her sleep. Wait, where are you? And noticing that I'm not beside her, she sat up and rubbed her eyes sleepily. So I just sat there in silence and stared at the monitor. So okay, so I put Hikari to sleep and then I'm going to go back to my work. And this time Hikari stood up from bed still wrapped in a blanket. So throwing her whole body weight at me, she grabs me from behind. And my chair screeches against the floor. Hey, you're heavy. Basically, you're fat. So she squeezes my cheeks. Ow, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. So anyways, how's it going? So it looks like everybody's going to bed soon. I guess maybe people intend to stay up the whole night tomorrow. So there are still people online talking about the afternoon parade of the meteor shower that's coming up next day. But compared to an hour ago, there is much less activity. so we should sleep together. Her arms still around me, Hikari rocks back and forth. Well, I'm not your body pillow, okay? So I reach into the convenience store bag on the desk. Okay, I'm gonna have a snack. I'm hungry. And I think Hikari said it just to, well, I wanted to join you, so I'll follow you anywhere you go. Hey, you'll get fat if you eat this at this hour. Well, the same is true for Akito. Then he shouldn't eat then. So after a moment's hesitation, she convinces herself with that excuse. Okay, I'll boil some water then. Okay. So her mood bounces back and Hikari went over to the window. So the sound of rain didn't let up. Well, it's supposed to. So I turned on the kettle and then went over and stood next to Hikari. And she seems worried, so I put my arm around her shoulder. Okay, it'll be fine. So everything we had done was all for Project Starlight. It was all for the 30 minutes starting at 10 p.m. the next night. And we had done all we could. The rest is up to fate in the sky. So 1, hopefully it's not raining and the sky is clear. And 2, people will participate in this turning off their lights at 10 o'clock. And they will look at the sky with us. We never make a teru-teru sunshine amulet. Or you want to make a amulet? Well, I meant that as a joke, but Hikari nods seriously. Okay, let's make one. So it looks like there's something left for us to do after all. So, given by the last part, it's very obvious that there was an H scene that happened, and I'm sure it happened around the time when Akito and Hikari went to the sleeping bag or the blankets together. So anyways, putting that aside, so Sai claps her hands happily, and I stare up awestruck at Hikari's face illuminated in the dim light of dawn and felt a sense of hope. Right. So I felt we could go anywhere, and we could solve the mysteries of outer space. And I felt we could reach our hands and catch the stars. The 3 of us. And as long as Hikari is here. So unfortunately, the next day it is still raining. And it's supposed to be the day of the Gemini meteor showers peak. And now the other club members are here, so Korona. So Korona hung up her freshly made teru-teru sunshine amulet by the window. And it's quite a majestic sight, having all 3 dolls hung side by side, or hanging. So teru-teru amulets are kind of paper talisman that are supposed to keep the rain away. So wait, what are you doing, Hinami? So with a brush pen, Hinami is writing something on the paper strip, the kind used in Tanabata.
今夜は星を降らせてください。
So Hinami hung up the paper strip next to Korona's teru-teru sunshine amulet.
雨が止みますように。
So we wish the rain stops.
止みますように。
And while the first years keep themselves busy, the others or the older students kept staring anxiously outside the window.
この雨、本当に止むのでしょうか。
So Honoka whispers out loud, looking up at the thick clouds that just keep producing more and more rain. And the weather forecast had been updated in the morning. It's supposed to rain into the night. Well, it's going to stop at some point after all. There's supposed to be a 0% chance of rain after midnight.
けど、問題はプロジェクトスターライトの設定時間に間に合うかどうか。
But is it going to be too late? So right now, it's Hikari, Honoka, Korona, and Hinami who are with me in this room. And the main event is going to be held at the abandoned station, as usual, so we had met up first at my school.
みんな天気のこと心配してるみたい。
So Hikari sat down at the computer and read this screen. And there's so many comments that expressed doubt about the viewing conditions. So it's the same with Project Starlight's group chat.
皆さん、天気はどうですか？こっちはプロジェクトのスタート時間に晴れるかどうか微妙な感じです。こっちはむっちゃ晴れてんで。今夜は最高の星見日和になりそうや。
うちのところは少し雲があるけど、多分夜には晴れます。
私たちもむつら星の皆さんと同じですね。11時過ぎれば晴れてきそうですけど。
うちも微妙だな。まあ0時過ぎればまず問題なく流星群観望できると思うから、それ自体は心配してないけどさ。
時間的にみんな結構微妙そうだな。
So like, well, so for other places, it looks like the rain will stop and the weather will be okay.
時間をずらしますか？11時スタートにする？
So how about we start it at 11 p.m.? Well, we can't do that. So we already agreed and everyone is going to follow and work their schedule around 10 p.m. So we won't be able to inform everyone about the change. So even if we put an update online, it'll only reach some of the people. It'll likely miss the people we wanted to share Project Starlight with the most. So all the unknown strangers in the city. And who knows, at a later time the clouds might roll in over some areas and bring rain. And now that the project has gone national, we wouldn't think only of the conditions in Hoshinaka City. So other places might start to rain afterwards. So the rain will stop. We just have to believe that and wait.
そうですね。そうだね。それまでネットで最後の呼びかけをしよう。じゃあコロナたちはてるてる坊主を吊るして逆雨乞いの儀式を続けよう。
So let's continue making all those amulets and hopefully something good will happen.
目標300匹。スパルタの勇者たちのような強力な軍勢で雨雲を追い払う。
Okay, so 300 now.
私もやります。じっとしてても落ち着かないので。
And there's nothing else that they can do, so okay, let's just make more paper amulets. So Honoka sat down with the first years and started to work on the dolls, with face that was maybe just a little too serious. Okay, so going to Saya. So the persistent rain from last night is still falling. And I wasn't going to get any studying done today, so I just kept staring at the computer. I'm following all the messages tagged with Project Starlight on social media. People seem worried about the weather, and some were saying that the start time should be delayed. So there's some people who agree that, well, maybe we should push it to 11. In the middle of all that, someone uploaded a drawing of a teru-teru sunshine amulet. So Ito is a member of the Seisen Girls Astronomy Club, and her hobby is drawing comics. It shows a cute girl in a white raincoat hanging from a laundry pole, just like a teru-teru amulet, and it says, "Stop raining." And it's a way of praying for good weather, I guess. So after that, other people also started posting drawings and photos of teru-teru sunshine amulets using our tag. So I'll make one too. I took a photo of my teru-teru sunshine amulet hanging from the curtain rail and posted it to my account. And I didn't tell Akito or Hikari about it, but I had my own account. So I hardly used it though, except to read messages from writers and artists I liked. So it happened with Project Starlight too. So someone made a small ripple online, and then someone joined in, and soon you had a huge wave. So it's a natural process to some extent, but still, it's very intriguing. So Hikari had posted something on the Project Starlight account. So meteor shower observation tips. Don't forget to turn off your room's lights. And then get your eyes used to the dark for 30 minutes before observing the meteor shower. #Project Starlight. And after the internal buzz, it was mainly Honoka and Hikari who wrote using the account. Honoka sounded more formal, of course. So I helped spread the word by posting several meteor shower observation tips like those. So I would do everything I could to help her. And not that there was much left for me to do. Or so I thought. So our team members are making a teru-teru army. #Project Starlight. And there's a photo of 100 or so teru-teru amulets along with the creators. So Korona, Hinami, and Honoka. And I looked at my teru-teru amulet hanging by the window. So I should make more then. Maybe making more dolls would have a greater effect.
Saya.
And I turned around and saw my mother peeking in.
何お母さん。あなた今夜流星群見に行くんでしょ？そうだけど。
But wait, so how did she know? I hadn't told her about tonight's meteor shower.
お母さんの職場でも話題になっているわよ。なんとか計画ってやつ。あれ、ひかりちゃんたちがやってるんだってね。
So everyone is talking about it, and I'm sure you're working on it with Hikari-chan. Yeah, we are.
そういえば、最近あなた、アキトくんたちと遊んでないんじゃない？
Even the mom can sense that, well, something isn't right with Saya. It's like you usually meet up with Akito and the others. So what happened to that?
どうして？
So wait, how do you know?
だっていつも家にいるじゃない。お天気のいい日も星を見に行かずに。
It's like, well, you're different. So compared to what I saw you doing before, when you stay at home all the time, it means that something isn't right.
喧嘩でもしたの？ そんなことないよ。都合が合わないだけ。そう。ならいいけれど。
So, seeing me lower my eyes automatically, my mother looked at if she wanted to say something. But she didn't, and she gave me a little smile instead. Okay.
お母さん、これから仕事なんだけど、流星群って10時からなのよね。流星群はずっと見えてるよ。みんなで電気を消すのが10時から。10時に電気を消すのね。わかったわ。星を見るのなんて何年ぶりかしら。
So, with a note of anticipation in her voice, my mother walks out of my room and goes downstairs.
お母さんも楽しみにしてるんだ。
So, Saya finds it interesting that even the mother would support this. So, we didn't even talk about the stars normally. So, it is so unexpected. It made me realize how amazing Hikari and the others were doing. Well, maybe, just maybe.
本当に取り戻せるのかな。
The night sky from before. So, with the light of the stars. So I sent a prayer out of the window. So please let the rain stop. So my quiet prayer echoes to rain as it continues to splash down. Okay, and that report came in after 8 p.m.
晴れてきた。
So it looks like the rain has stopped and the weather is clearing up.
マジですか、のりちゃん先輩。本当ですか。
晴れてるってどのくらいですか、先輩。星は流星群は見えていますか。
食いつきすご。どうなの、のりちゃん先輩。西の空に雲がなくなって星が見えてるよ。もうとっくに雨は止んでる。
So I see the stars. I see the stars here.
マジっすか。ということは
もうすぐこっちも晴れますよ。よっしゃー。
So Amahai's Noriko lived in the western part of Hoshinaka City. The rain clouds are moving southwest to northeast, and since Hikari is in the Mikazuki area, she would be the first to confirm that the skies are clear. So Noriko says that the weather has cleared up. And that meant that soon the weather here would clear up too.
ここでお天気情報です。
And what about the weather forecast?
北関東を覆っていた分厚い雲は太平洋側へ流れ、現在晴れ間が広がっています。今夜は非常に珍しい双子座大流星群が見られるということで、何やら各地で催しなどが。
晴れたね。
And now the sky is clear. So the dry rain that had fallen all day is gone, like a bad dream, and countless stars flaunted their light above our heads.
流れた。
So meteors are shooting across the clear night sky. And upon realizing the stars, Miharu turns back to the store.
母さん、もう店閉めるね。
And I hope you're okay with it. So without waiting for a response, she turns off the signboard lights and puts up a sign on the door. So close for the meteor shower.
これでよしっと。
Okay, that'll work.
ちょっとあんた、どこ行くんだい？
Except for the mom's like, wait a minute, where are you going?
小太郎の散歩。
So I wonder if the mom bought Miharu's excuse. But anyways, it looks like the store is still closed. So it was a few minutes before 9 at night. So people are gathering in front of the suddenly closed stop and buy. Wait, we wanted some last minute refreshments before we went to the event. Oh, so club members.
もう流星が流れてますよ。ほら。
やだ、見ない。まだ見ない。
So Hikari covers her eyes with her hand to block the meters out.
私はプロジェクトが始まるまで空を見ないぞ。
Well, I'm getting excited anyways. So Hikari spoke with resolve, but she could barely hide her excitement. It's the same with the others. So everyone is excited as if a festival is about to begin.
てるてる坊主300匹の威力かな。
So it worked.
頑張りました。
So the 300 teru-teru sunshine amulets are an impressive sight. And now they flooded Akito's clubroom. So I found myself wanting to believe that the effort has caused the rain clouds to go away earlier than expected. So the heroes are going to be reused as normal tissue paper tomorrow. So there's probably enough to last us a while.
ネットでも喜びの声が広がっております。
Tsunami, as usual, is keeping watch on the phone.
晴れた。流星群、シャープスターライト計画などのワードがトレンド入りしてます部長。
Really? So if a word or phrase is trending, that means that it's being used by many people on social media in a short span of time. In other words, many people were glad that the sky is clear, they're interested in the meteor shower, and they're using the Project Starlight hashtag. So how far has Project Starlight spread, I wonder? If the project is trending on social media, it's going to reach even more people than before. And it's going to spread even further.
海外にも波及してるみたいだよ。
Really?
ほら。
So Korona shows me an English language site. And I couldn't read most of it, but it looks like a description of Project Starlight, along with photos and a video of yesterday's parade.
コメントがある効果です。コメントがある動画は海外でも高く評価されているのです。私、世界へ。ピカリンはコメントがあるのやたらハイレベルなコスプレやってる人でしょ？
Well, that's good.
生意気言う口はこの口か。ピカリンギブ。ほら、あんたたち騒ぐんじゃないの。今何時だと思ってんの？
Hey, so comic girl that doesn't strangle people. So as expected, Miharu-san gives us a scolding.
ご近所迷惑考えなさい。怒られるのは私なんだからね。
So Miharu-san's selfish warning fell on deaf ears. The noise continues. Well, the only house nearby is the Saotome's, so we weren't really disturbing anyone. And just then, an expensive-looking car drives by. So, it might be a Mercedes-Benz S-Class. And it was around the rotary and stops in front of us. And as everyone stared, a beautiful girl quite out of place in Mikazuki steps out of the car.
晴れましたわね。
And it's none less than Orihime. Wait, Orihime?
来たんですか？白鳥先輩。
So Onoka went to stand beside our unexpected special guest.
どうして先輩が？
Well, I'm sure you would go with the University Club. So the University's Astronomy Club is the real deal. They thought nothing of spending the night in a tent atop the mountain to watch the stars. And they're probably heading out right now to a viewing spot far away from the city's lights.
今夜はむつら星の会の一大イベントよ。私が参加しないでどうするの？
So Orihime giggles, her voice full of confidence.
確かにそうだね。
so Hikari didn't sound particularly convinced. In any case, it was clear that Orihime likes the Six Stars Club very much. And we liked her very much because of that.
Yo, Akito.
Oh, so Take and Naruye.
いやあみんな
So escorted by Takeichi, Naruye is next to appear.
いいんですかこんなとこ来ちゃって受験勉強あるんじゃはあ何言ってんだ今夜の流星群を見損ねたらそれこそ一生後悔するよ
But today's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So are you really a couple? So I asked the question that had been on my mind the whole time. So Naruye glares at Takeichi.
まあ
Well? So Naruye didn't look too happy. Her face reds and looks away.
ツンデレだ絵に描いたようなツンデレだ
Isn't working.
君に一枚撮らせてもらおう
And a picture for Hinami. I'm sorry I adopted you, Take.
お前、あれ冗談で言ってたんじゃなかったのか？
こうなったらのりちゃん先輩も来てほしかったな
And like any model third year, Noriko is going to study and watch the meteor showers from home. Or so she said. And a train pulls up to the station. And after a while, several people comes through the gates despite how late it is. And among them is a young woman and a tall, very well-built man.
みんな
So Noriko did come.
こんばんはであります。
And so did Keisuke.
のりちゃん先輩
Wait, Keisuke too.
列車でばったり会っちゃって
本数も車両も少ないですからね。
So they're heading to the same place at the same time, so it's only natural for them to be on the same train.
今日は来ないんじゃみんなが楽しそうにしてるの見てたら我慢できなくてつい
So you can see it in the face, she's still struggling with her more responsible self.
田尻先輩、こんばんはっす。うっす。元気だったか川中島。おかげさまでこの通りっす。
Pretty good. So Keisuke had always intended to come. And he's going to work straight after high school, so he didn't need to bother with entrance exams, and that's why he even helped with yesterday's parade.
懐かしい顔ぶれが揃ったわねはい先輩
So this is the first assembly of the former Six Stars Club since Orihime's graduation. Orihime smiles contently, but when she looked around at everyone else's face, she cocked her head in surprise.
さやさんはまだ来てないの
But where's Saya? So at the mention of Saya's name, some Saints and Girls Astronomy Club members who had been talking excitedly about comics with other students turned to face us.
そういえば天の川さんまだ来ていないですね
Yeah, so she's absent.
どうしたのかしら
So from her spot next to Orihime, Honoka shot a slightly tense look at Hikari and me. Well, for Saya...
来ますまだ来てないだけです
So, she'll be here.
うんそうよかったわ全員揃わないとねせっかくの奇跡みたいな夜なのに
So Hikari stares uneasily in the direction of Saya's house. And then someone's phone rings. Honoka took out the phone from her bag.
商店会の会長さんからだえはいもしもし吉岡です先日はお世話になりましたはい
So something wrong?
街路灯の傘がはいわかりましたはいはいそれではどうしたの吉岡ちゃん商店街の街路灯にかぶせていた傘が 今朝の風雨で外れてしまっていたそうで、直したいのだけど人手がないと。
So apparently the rain has caused some damage. So everyone exhaled in relief and they imagined something worse.
いいんじゃないですか、もう。街路灯の傘の一つや二つ、特に影響ないですし。
そうですよね。もうバスもないですし。
So it's a Sunday and the last bus had long gone.
ひかりさん？
So Toyota's right. In reality, the street lights covers had almost no effect in reducing light pollution. So only a fraction of the street lights had been covered, so it wasn't as if all the lights are being shut out. So it made sense to leave them alone for now and just help with the removal work after school tomorrow.
そうだよね。うん。それでいいよね。
Well, I'll go then.
え、空見くん？何言ってんの、アキに。
今から行ったんじゃ間に合わねえぞ。
そうだよ、空見。そんなの放っておけば。
Well, don't worry about the covers. Well, there must be some reason I have to go, right, Hikari?
アキトは。
So everyone, just go ahead to the viewing point. I'll sell things as fast as I can and catch up. So as I spoke, I got onto my bike. So I'm sure he's using it as an excuse to go and meet Saya. So lifelessly, I walk down the dark street. And the street lights are far apart as always. But strange enough, it seems brighter than usual.
星が出てるからかな。
So the stars are shining in the clear, moonless night sky. But my feet felt heavy. The clouds are gone and the winds have picked up. It seems to be blowing into the hollows of my heart. Hikari and Aki would come to get me, right? So they're kind people, both of them. But what expression should I have when I meet them? I had not decided yet. So I want the three of us to look at the stars again, just like we used to. And is it okay to believe that the day will come, right? And those were messages that Aki has sent a few days before. And I had replied. Well, I hope that day will come too. So we couldn't go back, not to the way we used to be. But I had a feeling about tonight, and that's why I had come outside. And perhaps we'll be able to see it. So the starlit night we used to have. So I had come to the stop by to take a look, but no one is there.
お店も閉まってる。
And the store is closed. So there's a piece of paper saying closed for meter shower. And no Kota-chan either. So they must have left already. And it was 20 minutes past the appointed meeting time. So that is to be expected. Even though it's my fault, I felt like crying. So there's always someone for me here, but now there's nobody. I had been left behind, and a pang of loneliness suddenly welled up and gripped my chest.
私、本当、どうしたいんだろう。
So I felt tears welling up.
さや？
And it looks like Hikari is here.
さや、来てくれたんだ。
So you came.
ひかり。
So Hikari had taken cover from the wind, and now she steps out of the shadows into the starlight. I hadn't seen my beloved friend in such a long time. It had really been only 2 weeks or so, but I missed her so much, the tears start welling up again. So where's everyone?
先に行ってる。光は何してるの？
So why are you here then? Hikari's face darkens at my question.
あんたを待ってたに決まってんでしょうが。そうなんだ。何その意外そうな顔。もう腹立つな。バカバカ。
So Hikari trusts that Saya would show up. She gave me a light smack on the arm.
ごめん。
So I had clearly been the one avoiding Hikari, so things are a little awkward. And it seems like Hikari felt it too, but in this kind of situation, she would have always be the one to make the first move. It had always been that way. I'm shy and withdrawn, and she is impatient, so she always is the first one to approach.
アキト君は先に行ってるの？
So where's Akito-kun? Someone had to guide them to the secret observatory, surely. But Hikari shakes her head.
あいつなら商店街に行ってる。商店街？街路灯にかぶせた傘が一部外れちゃったって連絡があったの。
Okay, so Akito went to fix the covers.
直したいけど人手がないから誰か手伝いに来てくれないかって。それで行っちゃったの？アキト君。うん。
So I'm dumbfounded. So now's not the time for that sort of thing. So the event is about to start. And even if the street lights covers are fixed, it wouldn't mean anything. So just like what Toyota said earlier. Hikari laughs at my reaction.
みんなもそんな顔してた。でもね、違うの。そうじゃないんだ。そうじゃない？あいつ、私にこう言ったの。
So there must be some reason I have to go, right, Hikari?
アキト。
So everyone, so please go on ahead to the viewing point, and I'll sell things as fast as I can and catch up.
理由って？
So why? Well, so didn't you say it, Hikari? So for every light turned off down here, 1 star would return to the night sky. So for every light turned off, 1 new star appears. And he believed you, and that's why the Shopping Center Association agreed to cover the streetlights. And we can't take that for granted, right? Otherwise, we've been saying that our own words are all lies. So come on. So I'll just be gone for a while. I'll make it back in time, and I promise.
って言って、自転車こいで猛スピードで行っちゃった。
So that's Akito, or Akun for you. I couldn't help but laugh when I heard the story.
そうだよね。あっくんならそうするよ。
There you go. So all of a sudden, I felt at ease. And the constricting feeling on my chest is gone, like a rain cloud blown out to sea by the breeze.
あっくんはちっとも変わってないんだね。
So he's still that boy, the boy who says my eyes look like Alberio. Hikari nods, a little dumbfounded herself.
ほんとさ、かっこいいよね、あいつ。
But that makes him cool.
だね。
I agreed wholeheartedly. And that's what the Akun that I liked.
あのね、さや。
So Hikari becomes serious all of a sudden. So why?
私、ずっと後悔してた。あんたのラブレターをあいつに渡したこと。
So it was kind of my fault that I gave the love letter because it led to all this confusion.
光、そのせいで 私は私の好きを手放さなきゃいけなくなっちゃったから。
だよね。だから光はコマコさんになってあっくんとお話ししてたんでしょ。
Well, I'm sure it was Akito who found Komako office lady, and then Hikari could sense that, this must be the Akito that I know of.
でもじゃあどうしてその気持ちをまた隠そうとしたの？
それは。
So Hikari furrows her brow and then speaks hesitantly.
さやは大切な友達だし、アキトだってそう。だから私は二人に幸せになってほしかった。
Well, I know you like Akito, and it kind of hurts that I'm taking your favorite person away.
それなのに、ラブレターのことずっと後悔してる自分が嫌で。だってそれじゃまるで私は二人の幸せを願ってないみたいじゃない。正直今でもわからないよ。私は自分勝手なんじゃないかって。
So that had been what had fractured the three of us in our friendship. Hikari's blaming herself, probably. But really, I'm the one who caused the first crack. So after all, I had fallen in love first.
私感動したよ、光の言葉に。
私の言葉？
I nod.
観望会の夜、みんなに語ったあの言葉。コロナちゃんが届けてくれた光の言葉は、光たちを避けることしかできなかった私を動かした。どうしてだと思う？
それはどうして？
So what was it?
私も取り戻したいって思ったからだよ。あの頃みたいな夜空を。そうしたらまた一緒にいられるかもしれない。また3人に戻れるかもしれない。そう思ったの。
So I felt my strength leaving me as I spoke, and I looked down at the ground. But I gathered my courage and says what I truly felt.
私も見てみたいよ。明るい夜、光たちと一緒に。
さや。
The night sky, that day, the three of us, that day. Perhaps they were lost to us forever. But if we made this miraculous night happen by our own hands, I might believe that what we lost could be regained.
はい。
Okay, here you go. So Hikari put something in front of my downcast eyes.
キーホルダー。
So it's a keychain with a picture of Capricorn, my star sign.
さやがいなくて超心細かった。やっぱさ、私たち3人じゃないとダメなんだってつくづく思ったね。さやがいなくて全然不安で怖くて、一人じゃ何もできる気がしなくて、アキトに手を握っててもらってもまだ不安で、それでこのキーホルダーお守りみたいに持ち歩いて心細い時に握ってた。さやと手をつないでるつもりで。
So I held out both my hands, into which Hikari dropped the keychain. So remember that keychain Hikari bought on her date with Akito, and even though she bought one for herself and one for Akito, so they're zodiac signs, she bought one extra one for Saya. And I forgot what episode that was. So it's cute, but a little childish. Hikari shows me a keychain with her own star sign and gave a nervous yet energetic laugh. So I think I forgot what Akito's zodiac was.
お揃いだよ。
Oh, it was Libra, so the scale.
仲間外れじゃないね。
So Hikari places her hand on top of mine.
今からすっごい自分勝手なこと言うね。さやと手をつないでいたい。これからもずっと。
So at the warmth of Hikari's hand, I felt the tears welling up again. And I was a crybaby, slow on my feet, and I'm not strong like Akun or optimistic like Hikari. But even Hikari got uneasy, all because I was not around.
私の代わりにずっと握ってたんだ。
うん。さやだと思って力いっぱいグググッと。私を寂しくさせやがって。ってね。
それで時々胸が苦しくなったり、体の節々が痛かったんだね。
って呪ってたわけじゃないから。
So we laughed, just like the two of us. And come to think of it, Hikari is the only friend I could share jokes with like this.
これ、あっくんとデートしてる時に買った？
うん、そうだけど。何？ダメだった？
So does that ruin the feeling? Well, I'm sure you bought it, or I'm kind of like I was like a side character. So if you didn't go on the date, then you probably wouldn't have bought it and considered me.
デートの時くらい、私のことなんか忘れちゃいなよ。
Okay, it's like, well, you know, if you're on a date, you should be focused on Akito or Akun, and you shouldn't think about anything else, including me.
なんで呆れるの？いいじゃん別に何考えてたって。
Well, he might be upset.
ダメだよ。そんなんじゃあっくんに振られちゃうよ。デートの時はちゃんと好きな人のことだけを考えるの。
There you go.
そんなの無理だって。だって私さやたんのこと大好きなんだもん。
もんじゃない。やっぱり私帰る。お邪魔虫は嫌だもんね。
待って帰っちゃやだ。さやた
Hey, what about the event? Okay, so I think Akito's done with this business and now he's trying to come back up to the Mikazuki station. And hopefully he makes it on time. So I'm going to leave the rest to the next episode. And we'll see how it goes from here. And I'm kind of guessing that I'm coming close to the end of Hikari's route. So he's going to take Hikari and Saya to the viewing place. The place where they're going to look at the Gemini meteor shower. And I'm pretty sure the other 6 Art Club members and the alumni, so Orihime, Narie, Keisuke, and Noriko, are waiting for them to show up. So it's kind of nice that after all these episodes, we see Saya starting to get together with Hikari again. And they do feel sorry for each other. And hopefully they can make up and not break apart again. So with that in mind, I'll see you in the next episode.